Hi, this is Eslin. Welcome back, fishies. Today I'm going to do something that's really surprising. And for some reason, my camera setup wasn't like I thought it was. I had the pot in there, but now for some reason, it's not. And why am I talking so low? I don't have a clue. I'm going to have to, work on that. I said that before. I don't know why I just started talking really low. Well, today I'm going to do something really surprising. Some of you probably seen it. Some of you probably done it. But, I don't know. Let me get over here and to show you. Okay, I have the bag. And in the bag, I have some flour. And in the flour, I put some salt, pepper, and I put a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. And I use a little bit of paprika in there. And, I have the ground pepper and the salt in here with the flour. But it's what I have that's mixed in there. That is the surprise. I'm going to try this. Now, I'm going to use my glove. You have to be careful when you use a glove. I usually have the more fitted gloves, but I have to go to Gordon's and get some more. But these will do just for now. Just that I don't like all that stuff under my fingernails a lot of times. So, I have a little piece in here, I think, to make sure that my oil is hot. You know how you can't find stuff when you're looking for it? I'm just going to make sure my oil is hot. Okay, now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to fry some ribs. Yes, I'm going to fry some ribs. I've done it before. Probably some of you probably done it before. I've done it before. I just had a taste for it. So, yeah, the oil is hot. I'm going to drop a couple ribs in here. You shouldn't let it splash like that. I'm going to drop in a couple of these meaty ribs I filled down in this bag here. Yeah. Ribs, I know. They are really not really frying. They are for grilling. But, I don't do things like everybody else. So, and okay, back here in this, can't even see it, can you? But that's okay. You probably don't need to see it anyway. Back in that back pot there, the copper pot. Yeah, back here in this copper pot, I have some greens that I had left over from before. I'm just finishing them up. And here, I have some grits. So, I'm going to make these into cheesy cheddar cheese grits. They're just regular grits. They're left over. I put them in here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the cheddar cheese. This is just some cheddar cheese that I cubed up really small that I had in there. So I'm just going to add it to the top. Just add some cheddar cheese to the top to make some cheesy grits. Oh, it's going to be so delicious when this cheese melts all on it. And I'm going to mix it through. And then I'm also going to add just a little bit of ground pepper on top. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Okay. Ta-da! Now I'm going to put that back in the steamer. And remember, when you're working with steam and oil, open it up towards you so the steam will go away. See, that way, like that. You won't have any accidents with the heat. I'm going to move that one over here. And now we're going to put the hot back. We're just going to let the cheese melt, and then it's going to start to warm up. I'll just raise the fire on that just a little bit so we get a little more steam going back there. I'm going to move these seasonings and this cheese off to the side over here. Okay, now, I know I got the new clear bowl. I said I was probably going to use it, but I'm going to use this because it has the handle. It's easier for me to toss. When my ribs are done, I'm going to toss some of them with the open pit hickory smoke. I'm going to toss them in there. Not all of them, just some of them. Because I like, sauces are made to hide the flavor of the meat. But I like to have just a little bit tossed in there. It'll be almost like a barbecue chicken wing. Or almost like a buffalo wing also. But it's a piece of rib. So I'm going to fry some and leave them blank, naked, or plain. And then I'm going to toss some in my barbecue sauce. I'm just going to put a little in the bottom so it'll have something to lay into. See how I'm just got that in the bottom, just coating it? That way when I put the rib in there, it'll have something to lay on and start coating it. Then I'll pour some more sauce on top. Smell-o-vision. You smell that barbecue sauce? It smells really good. It's got like a little tang, a little bite back there. Yeah, that smells really good. But I'm also going to do, I'm just going to add a little pepper, a little ground pepper to this. Just a little. That'll spice it up just a little bit. Even though I did put a little bit of cayenne pepper in the flour, I didn't put it in the on the rib itself. These are cooking up kind of nice. Let's turn that right on. That's cooking up nice. Okay, now the cheese is melted back there on that one. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see it. Okay. The cheese has melted on our grits. So what I'm going to do is just take my fork. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, let's see if you guys can come up and see that. Where you going? Where you going? See, the cheese has melted on the grits. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir it. I'm just going to stir them. Up, getting my camera set back right up. I'm just going to stir it to mix the cheese in, trying not to splash into the oil. Oh man, that looks so good already. So these are going to be my cheesy grits, my cheddar cheese grits. Oh yeah, cheese is mixing in. And then back in my greens, I have the smoked turkey on top. You guys will get a good view once I get the dinner done. And like I said, the Food Saver brand, I love it because if I have just like one serving left, I can still save it. And then like today, I have one serving left and that's all I need. It didn't go bad. Portion control. Okay, I think that's about stirring that. And that means we get to get a little taste tester of our grits. That's good, just a little taste. We got a little taste. Rinse it off. Okay, now our ribs. I call them chopped, they're ribs. They're frying up pretty good. Oh yeah, they're looking really good. And like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fry half of them and toss half of them in the barbecue sauce. And then the other half, I'm just going to drain on this paper towel over here. The other half I'm going to drain and then put them on my plate. So I'm just going to stick this back over here out the way until it's needed. Now, I've done it before, and it tastes like pork chops when you fry it up like this. It really does. I like to make sure mine are well done, cooked. And nowadays, they're eating like their pork loin. Kind of medium, but not I. No way. This was my little tester piece. I think it might be done. I'm going to grab my paper over here. Or maybe I should toss this one straight in the barbecue sauce. What do you guys think? Tester should be the barbecue sauce. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to split it in half. Yes, I am. I'm just going to take it, and it's going to be shared. Half tossed in the barbecue sauce. And this is just a little tester. This isn't the really rib. This is just the end piece. You know how at the end of the rib they have that little part. Okay. it still held its crunch, even with the barbecue sauce. That was just a little tester piece. That was delicioso. That is really good. That is really good. Now this is the plain piece. Okay, this is my aioli, my lemon aioli. This is not mustard. Like I said, I recycle my containers, and why I start to talk low, I don't know. I'm gonna work on that. Jumped out. Now this is with the lemon aioli. That is delicioso too. If you notice, it held its crunch. That's a good fry when it holds its crunch. Now we're just gonna make sure these fry up good. Doesn't that look delicious? I'm gonna let you get a closer look once they get done frying up. Turn them back over. Turn this one back over so it can get crispy. Now you can probably also do it in the air fryer. I haven't tried to do this in my air fryer yet. Maybe I'll get brave and try to do it in my air fryer, but I haven't done that yet. For some reason, I don't know why. But I'll try it in the air fryer maybe one of these times, get brave. But cooking in an air fryer, it's, I don't have control. That's the problem. I don't have control of it. I have to keep looking in it. But when I cook it like this, I have more control. That's the reason why I like to fry it more like this. Now, rotisserie and all that other stuff, baking and all that, and just different things that I don't have to keep looking at, fine. I love the air fryer for that. But certain things, I'm a control. I like to control it. I just want to control the way it's frying because 30 seconds can make it or break it. I mean, you can ruin a piece of meat in less than 30 seconds. You can ruin a good piece of rib in 30 seconds or less. You can overcook it and it's dry, and then what are you going to do? So, yeah, I like to have more control. Okay, ooh, that looks so delicioso. I'm just telling you, that looks so good. Okay, I'm going to drop one down in the barbecue sauce. This one here is going to go on I'm going to put that one there. Then I'm going to drop the other one in the barbecue sauce. I'm going to toss this one in the barbecue sauce. So here. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Oh, smell-o-vision. You smell that? Doesn't that smell delicious? Doesn't that look good? I'm going to drop this one in the barbecue sauce. For some reason, you couldn't see that one either, could you? But I'm going to drop this one in the barbecue sauce real quick. And give it a quick little toss. And like I said, I'm going to pour a little bit more on top, but I'm going to let that sit there. Put just a little teensy bit more on top. Nice big splash. And I'm going to drop in a couple of more of the ribs. We're going to just pull just down just a touch. We're going to turn that down a touch. And we're going to get 2 more bones and put in there. Oh, how about we turn on the fan here? I know it's going to smoke a little bit, get a bit loud, but hey, when you got good cooking, that's what happens. You have to turn on the fan. Okay, we got that in there, so just aside. And I'm going to take this tongs here. It's on top, get them off. Now, this one is tossed in the sauce. Now, doesn't that look delicious? Doesn't that look good? That looks like it came off the grill, but the only thing is, it's crunchy. Now, I'm going to sit it over here on the plate, get it out of the sauce, so it doesn't get soggy, so it stays crispy and crunchy for us. I'm going to sit that there. And like I was saying, in the meantime, back here, we have our cheddar. They always want to be the star. The frying wants to be the star. Back in the back, I have my cheddar cheese grits that I made, and then I had some leftover greens, and I'm finishing off. Like I said, I put them in my Food Saver, the Food Saver brand. No, I'm not endorsed. It's just what I like. And we're frying up the rest of these ribs here. We're going to check on this in a minute. Now, as I was saying before, here's one that doesn't have any barbecue sauce on it. So I'm going to make it half and half. I'm going to fry half. I'm going to fry all of them, but I'm going to sauce half of them. Put that on the plate. So that'll look kind of nice. We're going to use a yellow plate today. See, we're just starting. The plating isn't done yet, but I'm going to use, like I said, one with the sauce, one without, and I also have one to dress it with my aioli back there. So I'm going to turn these over. Oh yeah, they're frying up. That oil was pretty hot when I put them in there. Make sure I turn down the back eye. I wonder how many of you have ever thought about doing this. Like I said, probably some of you have probably done it before. I've done it before. I saw it. They done it on one of my shows I watched last night. But I was going to do it anyway. I just had to thaw out my ribs. What I did was when I bought them, I must have been leaving like I did with the chicken because I put them in there and did not separate them. So I had to separate them. That's what took me so long to cook them. And I was going to grill them. I was going to smoke them, but you know, this weather around here, I didn't want it to start raining. That cools down the temperature on the grill. That affects the cook time. So I thought I would wait for a nice clear day. We're just waiting for these other two pieces of rib to get done so we can dig in. Like I said, mainly when I do it before, it tasted just like a pork chop. The flavors was delicious. I'm just telling you. But the texture was just like you smoked it, cooked it on the grill. It was a bite through. Crispy. Crispy. That was the one key thing, was crispy. And I do think that my things back here, my side dishes are ready. And no, I don't have any bread today, but I'm gonna pretend that the grits, you know, are bread. So trying to stay away from it a little bit. I know I'm eating the fried stuff. That's why. You know what? I don't have anything pickled. I should have pickled me some cucumbers and tomatoes. A little bit late for that. You know what? Maybe I'll do that later. I keep part-timers. I keep doing that. But I will have something fresh to eat with it later, some salad or something. But the greens are my green vegetable. I'm just going to let this cook for a few more minutes here. We can get rid of some of the noise because I know, like I said, for some reason, I don't keep my voice up. Why? I don't know, because I forget you guys are here sometimes. I'm gonna start my side dishes. Pull this off. Oh, I can turn this eye off. Hey, messed up my ribs. Got a nice little plating going. It messed up. I'm gonna put the top back on here. Waiting for the other ribs to get done, so I'm gonna take and drizzle some of this nice aioli over the top of the both of them. And doesn't that look delicious? That smell-o-vision, man. You smell those greens up there? Can you smell those cheddar grits? Oh, you smell that? Hey, can you smell that delicious rib? Oh, smell-o-vision. It smells like heaven. I have to taste it. While those two are back there finishing frying, I think I'm going to have to give this a taste. Okay, which one you want me to taste first? The barbecue or the plain? But first, I got to keep an eye on my ribs here. We don't want them to get overcooked and dried out. You know what? Before we get a taste, we're going to have to attend to these first. So, I'm just going to have to tend to this first, then we'll get a taste. Okay, I'm going to take this one out and place it on the napkin here. And we can just sit that right there for now. Then I'm going to take this one here and dunk it in the barbecue sauce. Okay, yeah. Just toss it in there really nice. We really don't need any more sauce. I just have to swizzle it around in there. Make sure it's nice and well coated. Now we're not going to taste this one here. This one just came out the skillet, but it's going to have a prettier sheen on it because it's hotter. And I'm just trying to coat all the sides and everything so it'll look nice and tasty. But for some reason, it doesn't want to coat. Okay, now we're going to sit this on the plate. But you know for sure that's not going to be the one we taste. Only because that one's fresh out of the skillet. And we're going to drizzle some aioli on it. I'm going to get the other one here. Oh, that looks so good. That looks really good. I'm surprised. I did a really good job. Okay, now, there's the finished product. Doesn't that look delicious? Delicioso. Okay. Okay, we're gonna taste these cheddar grits. I know we should taste the ribs first, but we're gonna taste these cheddar grits. Can you see that? Can you see the little bit of yellow swirling through there? That is the cheese, the cheddar. Ready? That is really good. Real good. Just the right amount of cheese. I didn't put too much cheese in it this time. What a joy. Because sometimes I put too much cheese. Okay, now we're going to taste these greens here. With the smoked turkey. Now, I know these are good. They're probably better than the last 2 times I had it. Because they're leftovers. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. That was delicioso. Now, we are going to try the ribs. We are going to try the barbecue one first. Doesn't that look delicious? You hear that crunch? Look at that. Bite through. That's what the grillers, professionals call bite through. I bit it down to the bone and it didn't all fall off. You hear that crunch? And that was the one in the barbecue sauce. Now, we're going to try the one that was fried. I'm going to get on this side. You ready? Also bite through. That means the rib is well done. Looking good. I am telling you, you ought to try it. We can fry them just like you do chicken or pork chops. But instead, you have a fried rib. If you like what you see, thumbs up. If you want more, hit the dinner bell. Comments are always welcome. Suggestions are also welcome. Subscribing is free and sharing is nice. I'd like everybody out there to stay safe and positive and stay tuned because you never know what's going to happen with Let's Try This.